Hello on wildlife. These new videos make us think more deeply that animals are very versatile and fascinating. Let's go. Tourists from a jeep decided to film a seemingly calm hippo, but the wild animal decides to attack. The people were lucky to get away quickly, but their jeep was left with a few scratches. How to quickly run a wire under your patio. Learn from this girl. All it takes is a cat and some goodies. The residents of the house approached the security guard with complaints about the grinding in the rain pipe. First, they had to pull out all the leaves, which was quite difficult to do. And here it is, the cause of the noise. The rescued chipmunk quickly escapes. A street dog in Turkey became famous after using a car wash to rub and clean his back. The dog lives near this gas station, and he gives himself such a body massage on a regular basis. Do you like this kind of sound battle? I think the dog does it better. How does this dog support the weight of such a big girl? It all makes sense now. A woman decided to film a huge spider on her car, but it didn't have long to live. The woman gave her dogs each a sausage, but the sneakiest and fastest was the smallest one.
Okay.
Two homeless men decided to fight, but one of them was protected by street dogs, so the battle didn't work out. Next is a fresh attack of a hippo on a boat with tourists. The vicious animal was just protecting its own, and it managed to catch up and ruin the engine. Now we have to row with oars. The man in the car had to brake emergency. It's good that he noticed and timed this angry bear with a cup. There were still a few scratches on the hood. This goat was stuck in a swamp and was making very funny panic noises. The man managed to rescue her quite quickly. People decided to rescue a little chihuahua who got stuck on a bridge support. But the doggy turned out to be very angry and immediately started barking. When the rescuer approached, the dog jumped into the water. The man quickly caught it, but it was good that he had gloves on. The stupid dog was biting as hard as he could. Here are some funny cat attacks on prey on TV.
Oh God! Oh! Wait, did that just break the...
Random witnesses on snowmobiles filmed a wolf chasing a coyote. Looks like the wolf is hungry, so sooner or later he will catch up with this fast animal. And this guy found a bunch of bats under his windowsill. Yeah, it's not very nice to live with neighbors like that. While riding his bicycle along a narrow path, a man stopped in front of an angry black bull. But as it turned out later, the bull was scared too, and they scattered calmly and quickly. First time I've ever seen a person so afraid of cats. It's a very strange phenomenon, a bird taking an ant bath. It deliberately sat right on the anthill, so insects would cover it completely. Thanks to the formic acid, all parasites are destroyed from the bird's plumage. A brave Chihuahua decided to hunt a rooster, but all he got was a knockout from a streetlight.
Oh, are you? That was karma.
On a fishing trip in Brazil, catching a big fish is only half of the task. Next, you need to save it from hungry crocodiles, which these rivers are full of. The local fishermen have done it. This funny bear asked for food better than anyone else, and quickly paid for his insolence. Look how this dog meets his owner after 6 months of separation. At first, she can't even believe her eyes, but at the end, she jumps into his arms. When it's snake season in California, you can get bitten anywhere. This guy was almost bitten by this snake, waiting at his front door. And this silly turtle got close to Nemo the clownfish's nest. It turns out that clownfish are desperate to protect their clutch from any uninvited guests. After being attacked in the eye, the turtle realized it had to swim away faster. Here's a similar incident. A man heard strange noises coming from the drain and saw a mother cat saving her newborn kittens. The cat was trying to get all the kittens one by one as fast as possible. Even when the man tried to stop her, she still wouldn't rest until she had gotten them all out. Inspired by the cat's bravery, the man decided to take them all back to his house. A guy was boating and saw a drowning duck. The guy pulled the shocked bird out, but it still took him a long time to recover. At home he fed it, and soon the duck recovered from its stressful experience. The guy took care of it for a few months, and when the time came, he released it into the wild. A visitor of a park in South Dakota filmed a burrow of snakes in the grass. They are afraid of people and only stick their heads out to watch what's going on around them. Check out the footage from their camera. People realized who was hunting their ornamental deer. The big one was just knocked to the ground, and the little one was dragged away with him. And this farmer has obviously overfed his sheep, and if they accidentally roll over on their backs, they can't get up on their own. They have to be rescued. That crazy monkey had a pretty soft landing. Just pity the car owner, who got caught replacing the sunroof. This man decided to attract the attention of emu ostriches in a very unusual way. Turning over on his back, he began to imitate a bicycle. Of course, the birds came closer to see something unusual. When a wild boar appeared in the field, the domestic cows didn't like it. The cows started to attack. The wild pig tried to fight and squeaked, but quickly realized that he had to get out of here. A jellyfish called a Portuguese ship washed ashore. The sea snails are here, and they're all over the place, pouncing on the food. The crazy rooster dragged out his cocoon for so long that he just passed out and drove off for a second. People on the beach filmed the seemingly drowning osprey, but it turns out she just had a lucky catch today. A man found a lot of bees sitting in a big pile right on the pavement. Good thing he knows what to do. He is going to find a queen in this pile and put her in a small box. The queen was found quite quickly. It was left to put her in the box, where all the bees rushed to. The swarm is caught. It remains only to put it in a new house. A caring mother cow helps her friend to protect her newborn calf from a man. It's a good thing that no injuries were caused, and no one else came near the calf. After crossing the road, one bear cub couldn't climb the steep slope and started to panic. But in vain, the caring mother bear will never leave her cub in trouble. Don't leave your dogs in the car during the automatic wash. This one somehow got the window down, so now I have to wash the inside too. Ordinary drivers stopped on the road to save a rabid bear with a metal can on its head. It was very dangerous to do so, because the rescued bear could lunge at any of them. The people were lucky to get away in time. This hawk regularly visits the bird drinker, but he doesn't come here to drink water, just to wash himself. It looks funny. After the dive, this diver was in for a very unpleasant surprise. An octopus clung to his back with its sticky tentacles. It would take him a long time to get free. A crocodile decided to snack on a shark that a fisherman had just pulled ashore. After a juicy slap on his cheeky head, he quickly disappeared into the water. Upon seeing this furry dog, the little bird immediately knew what she would make her nest out of. The sand glowing from some microorganisms looks amazing. How can you forget your dog behind the elevator doors? This dog is very lucky that a neighbor was passing by, otherwise it could have ended much sadder. A clever dog has learned to drive a children's tractor, and he does it with one paw and at full relaxation. A man on a bicycle path met two moose. Knowing the aggressive nature of these animals, he immediately stopped, decided not to panic, and just climbed over the fence. The moose turned out to be calm and friendly. They left quickly. And this is what a colony of honey ants looks like. These big red balls are reservoir ants. They store liquid carbohydrates in their abdomen to feed the rest of the colony. Well, this forest video trap caught a bear chasing a moose with cubs. The animals hid in the water, and this time the mother moose managed to scare the bear away. But I think that he will not give up so easily, and will continue his pursuit. Yeah, that was a great idea for a prank. The man was scared pretty bad, and even tried to fight back with his stick. A wild elephant decided to attack this motorcyclist. Good thing he didn't stand still, he just gave more gas and sped past the evil giant. This orangutan clearly knows how to take pictures. The people in the forest heard a fight between two horned moose and immediately realized that something was wrong. The poor moose had their horns interlocked. If not for human intervention, both moose would have died for sure, but they were helped to scatter unharmed. The owner was shocked when she saw her parrot feeding pasta to the dog. When the time came, the flamingo chicks were left alone in the middle of a freezing saltwater reservoir. For 4 months they were cared for and fed by their parents, but they flew away, leaving the chicks to fend for themselves. The chicks don't know how to fly yet, so to survive in such a place is not an easy task. Every day it gets colder and colder, so some singles just freeze into the ice. But the main thing is not to give up. Many chicks manage to get on the wing and fly away from the lake. The ticket to adulthood has been obtained. A wild fawn saw the kids having fun in a deep puddle and decided to play with them like a real dog.
Pretty cold.
If hunting is lazy, you can just steal a bag of chips off the counter. That's what they call blending in with the crowd. It's almost impossible to spot him.